How's it going, everybody? My name's James, and today is Monday, August 22nd. We are going to take a look at the Smart Money Tracker today. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Here in the Smart Money Tracker, we're looking at COT data, or institutional trader data. So we have our different sections over here. We have our risk on pairs here, oil, metals, and our 3 risk off right here. So what we're looking at here is the long and short, or buy and sell, for each of these different currencies, and we can actually see how many non-commercial contracts are open on each currency on the short and long side, so that we can get an idea of what institutional traders are buying and selling. This is useful information because it's always helpful to know what the big money guys are doing, so that you can keep up and you can choose to follow their trends, or you can choose to do the opposite of what they're doing and hope that it plays out that way as well. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it and take a look at the short and long for all these different currencies. We'll go ahead and start with the euro right here, with a 54.85% short and a 45.15% long. And again, if you're interested in seeing how many contracts are open, when I'm hovering over the short or long, you'll be able to see that there. But I'm going to go ahead and keep on reading out the long and short so that you get an idea of what these currencies are looking like. So we have the NASDAQ 100 next with a 52.28% long and a 47.72% short. The SPX 500 sits at 69.39% short and 30.61% long. The pound 63.65% short and 36.35% long. And the Aussie dollar 75.34% short and 24.66% long. And we have the New Zealand dollar right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that as well. So if I click on this here, that's going to give us our New Zealand boxes. Here's a free Discord channel every Forex trader should join. You get access to daily trade ideas, market scans, and market coverage for what's happening in the Forex world today. See what professional traders are thinking on things like GBP JPY, gold, and Euro USD. And the best part, it's totally free. Click the link on this video and it will take you to a Telegram chat with one of our team members. Send them the word apply and we'll get you in the free Discord shortly after. So we can see here that we have the 52.52% long and 47.48% short. So I'll take that away and we'll continue on with oil at 72.45% long and 27.55% short. Metals, we're just going to take a look at gold at 71.05% long and 28.95% short. The yen in our risk off section, 60.98% short and 39.02% long. The US dollar, 79.84% long compared to 20.16% short. And lastly, the Swiss franc over here, 62.34% short and 37.66% long. So now you know what institutional traders are buying and selling, at least what percentage they are buying and selling off of. So let's go ahead and look at our totals up here. This is good to know. So if you say you just wanted to trade the risk on currencies, these totals up here help you, because then you can kind of determine, all right, risk on is looking good right now to sell, so why don't I go ahead and find some currency pairs that feature the euro, or maybe I just want to trade SPX or NASDAQ, things like that. And you can base your trades off of how risk on is doing overall. So overall, we have 1,012,987 total open positions on risk on, and we're getting that number by adding up all of these non-commercial contracts here. So each one for long and short, everything in this section added up gives us the total 1,012,987, with 414,432 of those of that number is long, which gives us an overall 40.91% long overall on the risk on. So overall, risk on is actually favoring the short side or the sell side. Let's take a look at oil. Oil is just, again, oil. There's no, oil has its own section here. It's the only one that doesn't have anything added to it. But if we were to add the short and long positions here, we would have a total of 478,790 with 346,865 of that being on the long side, which gives us an overall 72.45% long. So institutional traders are buying oil. Next is our metals. We looked at gold percentage wise, but we also have silver and platinum listed here. Overall 427,422 total open positions, with 286,047 of them being long, and that gives us a total of 63.06%. And lastly, our risk off currencies. We have 3 risk off currencies. These are kind of like the safe haven currencies. We have the yen, the US dollar, and the Swiss franc. Totaled up is 215,752, with just 109,863 of the open contracts are long, which gives us 50.92% long overall. Top 5 buys and top 5 sells. We have the US dollar, US oil, gold, New Zealand dollar, and the NASDAQ 100. The US dollar is our highest sell because compared to the open contracts that it has on the short and long side, it favors the long side the most. That's why it has the highest percentage at 79.84%. And if you're wondering why a box like oil is so much bigger than a box like the US dollar, if you are interested in knowing what the sizes of the boxes are, it has to do with the number of contracts open. So oil has the most contracts open at 346,000 compared to the US dollars just 50,782. So that is why the US dollars box is so much smaller than oil, is because oil has so many more contracts open. Top 5 sells, we have the Aussie dollar, SPX 500, the pound, the Swiss franc, and the yen. The Aussie dollar sits on top at 75.34% short. And one last feature in the Edge Finder, if you wanted a breakdown of any of these positions right here, if you just wanted to look at it a little bit more closely without all these numbers on your screen, you can go ahead and click on that and it'll bring you up this box like I showed you earlier, and you can see it just takes all those other numbers away and it just gives you the in-depth breakdown of the specific currency or commodity, indice, whatever you want to look at. Just makes it a little bit more easy to navigate and understand what you're looking at. And you can see up here we have our changes long, changes short since it was last updated, and there we go. Click on that to take it away. And that was a look at our smart money tracker for the day. I'm going to go ahead and show you the home page just so you can get a little bit more information out of the video. We have our strongest trends here. Strongest trends basically just means that all of these pairs are moving heavily in one direction or the other. So if it's blue, it's a buy, and red is a sell. We have our COT data here that we just took a look at, but we also have some other currencies that we don't currently have listed in the box form. You can see like ZAR. We still have that information here if you wanted to take a look at that. So you have like ZAR is 75.67% long. So it would have been second place in that top 5 buy, above US oil, but under US dollar. Retail sentiment is what retail or the everyday day-to-day traders are doing, buying and selling. So we can look at that here. We have our long. We can look at it from top to bottom or bottom to top. And we have our top buys and our top sells listed here. Briefly, if you want to take a look at it, they all get a score so that it has a bias, either strong or just a normal bias, or neutral. But here is all the metrics that we score. They all get a score so that we can get this overall buy or sell signal. And there we go. That was a look at our smart money tracker and a little bit of a look at the Edge Finder as a whole. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and we will see you next time.